You're listening to WICR, where we dance the night away.
All right, and we're back, and we're going to talk about sports a little bit. NFL season is underway, and the Eagles are in first place.
Okay, shouts to Philly.
Shouts to Philly.
Sixers are looking nice. The Eagles are looking nice.
Eagles looking good. After that, Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, all these teams are 9-2. Pittsburgh, Minnesota, and the Patriots are all 9-2.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles Rams 8-3, surprisingly, because I thought they were trash. Then we got New Orleans Saints, Panthers.
Rams' first season in LA.
Yeah.
Hey, doing it big.
Right?
Okay, I like that. Strong starts, boys.
And top 5.
Strong starts.
Yeah. The Giants are all the way down. All right.
I don't even know. New York sports has just been consistently taking L. We've been taking L's for so long.
I really don't understand that. New York is like the biggest place, like the biggest market, has the most money probably out of any city, and like they're just not good at sports. Like that may be why. Because like, are they dropping?
What you gotta realize is that if you play for New York and you play well, we will ride or die for you.
Yeah.
We're riding and dying for Kristaps right now.
Yeah.
As much as you don't like Odell, New Yorkers love Odell.
Oh, that's true. New York. Well, he is good too. Like all these players are good. They are great players, but it just seems like they don't have a good team in general. They just have that star player. Like the Yankees are.
But you know what it is?
Squad,
it's kind of harder.
George.
It's kind of harder in a sport to get that superstar player than build a solid team, because those superstar players kind of come very, very rarely, and sometimes they come from the most unexpected of places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to gauge a superstar player. Granted, there are surefire superstars that like the number one pick, who's a guaranteed number one pick, he's gonna be a superstar. But a lot of the times, it's like there's a lot of factors that kind of go into it that you can't really know about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. And like that's why to me the Spurs are great, because they don't have many superstar players, but they have great players who are able to help them out too.
Okay.
So like for basketball, you have the Cleveland, which is like around LeBron James, and like because you had Kyrie, so they're two superstars. But the other player, like Jefferson, he helped. J.R. Smith, when he's on the Henny, he's gonna drop buckets. When you have Iman Shumpert helping out, so Kyle Korver. Now you have Kevin Love. So you had all these key players who would help them, and then that's how they won the championship. Because now with Cleveland, with just LeBron James, it's not helping.
I think you gotta kind of wait. You gotta give him time. Rose is out. We don't even know if Rose is coming back.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas is the biggest factor of that team.
That's true.
So Isaiah Thomas, he's like, yo, I can play right now, but I can't drop 30 a night. When I'm able to drop 30 a night is when I'm coming back, and he'll be back before All-Star break.
Yeah, it's true.
Give him another month.
Again, so he might be like a Kyrie type. So they have two superstar players, and then they'll be able.
You know what it is? They're also. It's crazy how LeBron's like lead GM. Yeah, it's lead GM, lead player, lead coach.
Right.
But he's actively trying to trade Tristan Thompson to get a big big man.
It's that Kardashian curse.
So he's trying, from what I know, the reports are they're trying to get DeAndre Jordan, or they're trying to get Marc Gasol. Marc Gasol would be a great.
That'd be a great pickup. But you know, the Kardashian curse is Tristan Thompson.
No matter what happens, I mean, we have a LeBron fan in the room right now, but I think the West is probably going to take it this year. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics end up going into the finals, just because the way they're playing right now, they already have really, really good chemistry, and this is without Gordon Hayward.
Even Curry said that. Even Curry was like, "Hey, the Celtics we might see them in May or June or whatever, whenever the playoffs." He's saying, "Hey, you never know. The way they're playing right now."
Our resident LeBron fan.
With the way they're playing right now, and now also, the West is now like it's even worse because Blake Griffin's out.
The West isn't worse because the Clippers, I don't think, ever had a chance.
I mean, worse, easier.
Easier for the top team.
I'm
I'm really messing with the Rockets.
The Rockets are nice.
Are filthy.
Yeah.
Ever since CP3 came back, they're the number one team in offense and defense.
Yeah.
CP3 is pulling up stat lines of 4 points and like 14 assists. Are you kidding me? Because he doesn't even have to score. That's what Harden does.
Yeah.
As long as he just passes the ball like he's been doing it. Like CP and Harden can start, but I think the fact that they're letting CP just have the second unit with him, filthy. Yeah. And they have a squad, bro. They have a lot of really solid players in there.
They do. And Oklahoma, they're not playing so well. They have Paul George, Russell Westbrook. They have who else? I forget that. Carmelo Anthony on the squad. But
I just think it's gonna take time. I don't think they're a dumpster fire like everybody else says. Everyone's calling them busts and stuff like that already.
Nah.
But I feel like when you have three ball dominant players like Paul George, Westbrook, and Melo, you kind of just got to give them time to figure it out.
Yeah.
Granted, I do think this team succeeds if Melo comes off the bench. If Melo's able to feast and do his thing off the bench, like against like if you just have Melo with like Roberson and Adams and stuff, Melo doesn't even want to play defense. Give him two defensive studs and let him just get the ball every time.
Yeah, just
And Melo can
that's
pass.
all
So
Melo is.
he'll do ISO and he'll pass here and there.
Melo
You just
is-
can't. I feel like you can't have him with Westbrook and Paul George because Paul George and Melo are kind of similar. Although Melo's ISO game is better, Paul George is more athletic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and all Melo is catch and shoot. That's all he has to do. That's
He
all
has to
should
play.
do.
He has to play like Olympic Melo, but he's not
Yeah.
doing it right now.
That's true. That's what I was saying. Like in the Olympics, that's all he did: catch and shoot, and that's how he broke the record, the most scores, right? In the Olympic game. So yeah, the standings right now: Boston Celtics are first, Houston Rockets, then the Golden State Warriors, Detroit Pistons.
Ooh, shout out to
Surprisingly.
them. Shout out to them. I live for
They're
like
14 and 6.
I live for the come up, for like the low key come up that
Right.
you didn't see coming. So the Pistons have gotten really nice, and Drummond's killing it apparently.
Right, I missed the Pistons. Remember when Ben Wallace was there?
Oh,
that
damn.
was lit.
Like
Chauncey
Chauncey Billups.
Yo, that
Some
was those were the
Billups.
days, man.
Back in the day, there was no. It was just defense.
Yeah,
Crazy defense. Who they beat? Did they beat the
I forget who
the
they beat.
Lakers or the Spurs? I think it was the Lakers though.
I forget who they.
I'm gonna say
probably
it was
the Lakers.
It was the Lakers because I think they got Malone.
It was
Peyton.
Yeah, it was one of those two. Then Cleveland, then San Antonio. Kawhi's still out. Once he gets back in, we can do fine. Toronto is up there. Minnesota, a team that nobody talks about really. Portland, but they're still somewhere in there. Cause like a couple years ago, they was
Lillard's too good to not. Lillard and McCollum are too good of a backcourt to not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But it's like that's about it.
yeah, that's all they have.
You know what I mean?
76ers,
Yeah, they're probably the most exciting team to watch right
The
now. If we
Feds.
keep it honest.
LeBron's to Philly next.
the Feds.
That's not
the
happening.
LeBron's
to Philly. If LeBron and Ben Simmons are on the same team, they're like the same player.
Right.
They fake like the same player. That'd be crazy because they can
That
both
would be
pass.
crazy.
I'm a big fan of Embiid. Embiid's probably one of my favorite players in the league. He's mad funny and he's sick.
Yeah. So you think LeBron's going to Philly? What else? Where else would you?
If
think
LeBron
he's
wants to win, he goes to Houston. CP, Harden, and LeBron, that's ridiculous. And I think that three can take down the Warriors.
going? Oh yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that three. Because maybe you also got to realize that they have a great bench. The Warriors are the Warriors are nice, but they're spread thin when it comes to the bench. It's just that they have 4 superstar players.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind
That's
of makes
true.
up for it.
Yeah. What do you think about the Oklahoma beating the Warriors?
That was awesome.
That was all
That
like
was awesome.
the
I live for the Westbrook pop off and the Westbrook shenanigans. Like you ever see like when Westbrook dunks and he like does like a strut afterwards?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like he's probably one of my favorite players to actually watch though. So you have him and Paul George together is awesome.
That's true. That's true. So this is actually a really exciting season for the NBA.
I feel like for
football, not so sports in general. Football, I would argue that that's like the one sport.
who do you
that
think is
nobody cares
looking as of right now? How many games are left in the NFL season?
like a couple, like
4 more weeks.
Yeah.
Who's looking like the contender for the Super Bowl? I'm gonna throw
Eagles?
Eagles and how about Brady? Brady's probably still there. Right?
Yeah,
That's
Brady's
it.
always gonna be like.
So it's gonna be East
Yeah.
again.
I got Eagles.
Eagles.
Yeah.
Shouts to them, man. Philly's been taking L's for a little while, man. Know what I mean, get them a chip. We out
That's
to Philly,
true.
catch the parade.
we have to Philly.
We gonna
for
drive
the
up, catch the parade.
That's
See
the
my
only
guys
time
out
I'm
there in
going to Philly.
Temple.
At
See
Temple.
'em
I
in
almost went to
Philly.
Temple.
Did you really? What happened?
Oh, I didn't get in. No, but the second time I applied, I got in.
Okay,
Same
good.
with LSU, but I almost went there for hockey because they have a hockey team. there.
LSU, Louisiana
No,
State.
both have a hockey team. LSU and Temple. That's why I'm like, why doesn't I have a hockey team?
Are you as good as a D1 hockey player? Can you be
What-
D1
what
level?
club? Nah, it was like D3 or something. like that.
D3.
Yeah,
All right, word. I gotta respect
Yeah.
the hockey, man. I can't even use skates.
yeah, exactly. We used to have a
Our
hockey
high
team.
school was sick at hockey. Like when you walk in, there was like banners drew of like the 70s to the 80s. We won like maybe out of 15 years like 9 championships.
Nice.
It's like we won state. Like we were filthy back in the day.
Really?
But like yeah, I guess we just stopped it because it was like too much money or whatever.
Yeah, that's the thing, and same with Iona here. So they had men's lacrosse and men's hockey, but they stopped both because lacrosse is expensive. Like they're almost.
It's just the equipment, man.
Yeah.
It's the equipment. I think it's also the reason why football is no longer at Iona. We had a football team. Actually, you walk down this hallway all the way towards the bathroom. There's like a poster of like the football team, like '98 or something like that.
Yeah.
That would have been all.
The insurance was too much. That's what
The insurance.
insurance.
The insurance for the players.
Yeah, that's what I
Gotcha.
figured. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
And also.
finesse it with rugby though, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
Rugby's a club. hockey.
Yeah, it's a club.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should have
A D1 club?
at least club hockey team.
No, they're just a club. There's
They
no,
just-
there's no such thing as a D1 club.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, because they play like Penn State, Army, and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
They go hard.
Exhibitions though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So then there's no like official rankings or anything like that, right?
I'm not sure.
I don't think
Word.
I'm not sure about that, but yeah. So that's why I wish Iona was at least the club hockey team. Like that's like the least they could
What's
do.
happening in my chat right now?
What is going on in
My
your chat?
friends are just ridiculous. I don't even know what they're talking about. Got you with the spices? What does that mean?
They have no own conversation. They have no own radio
Yeah,
show on
they're
there.
really having their own
They
conversation.
have no own show on there.
But anyways, man. I agree.
We won't have your topic list, Dan.
You know, my topic list, someone hijacked my topic
Someone
list.
stole
It
that
was a
topic
very
list.
solid topic list. We had great topics ranging from entertainment to sports to current events. I put in some work in there, but someone took it.
That's true. That's a fact.
But it be like that sometimes.
It does. It does. Haters, you know, got haters out here.
Oh, yeah.
People stalking us.
Shout out to my son, man. He couldn't make it today. He had the sniffles. He had a bad case of the sniffles. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's all the way in Queens, so
Yeah, that's a
I don't
deep.
think
That's why I'm appreciative when he does come, because that's
Yeah.
mad far.
yeah.
He's like, no, bro, it's like a
Are you ready for the
drive.
World Cup?
That's gonna be awesome. That's like the one time I do actually watch soccer. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's so much fun. It's like the entire It's so much pride going on too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lucky for you, my team is out. The
Damn.
Netherlands is out.
The Netherlands.
Because USA's not in it.
Me, I have no idea. I'm just gonna watch the games. I'm not really following it to keep it buck. But who do you have?
Argentina.
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 Everybody's saying Brazil's gonna win, but I think Argentina.
Who's on Argentina?
I think.
Argentina, you got Messi and Dybala. You don't
Dybala.
gotta worry about it.
Dybala.
I really don't know.
Who's on Brazil?
Neymar.
Neymar, superstar.
Neymar's on Brazil.
Who's Ronaldo?
Germany maybe
Who's Ronaldo?
Again.
Portugal.
Germany again.
again.
Ooh. The repeat?
What are you talking about though?
Has anybody
France.
anybody ever repeated in the World Cup?
I'm not sure.
That would be-
Brazil,
That's
probably.
that's crazy. Because that repeat's like 8 years. That's a
Right.
crazy repeat.
When Pele was out here, bro, he probably
Back in the Dizzy, Maradona.
back in the day. Diego
Alright,
Maradona.
now I'm just throwing out names. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know what I'm saying. Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, you think USA will ever win a cup?
Nah, it's not looking. Maybe not in our lifetime. We go hard in every other sport.
Dog,
that's
that's
why.
long.
We go hard.
We're long our lifetimes.
I'll take our savagery at basketball because every Olympics we get
Yes,
the gold.
obviously.
I'll take that.
Yeah,
I like watching LeBron dunk on like international
That's why.
players.
That's why I like hockey, because you never know like who's gonna win. Like people can actually win because you have great players from like Sweden, Switzerland,
That's like
Canada,
it's more of a
US.
worldwide sport. But I do like the fact that almost every single sport is becoming more worldwide. Maybe
Yeah.
except football.
You know, I should try to play for the Dutch national hockey team. Finesse
should.
it. That'd be lit.
should. You should.
Just go in there for tryouts and stuff.
Go in there and you make it, and then I'm about to do the show by myself.
Fans to London.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are.
Or is it
Oh,
called
NFL, yeah.
It's called Gridiron over there overseas or something like
Yeah.
that.
Because they have football.
Yeah, it's football. The Gridiron's a pretty awesome name though. That's a pretty lit name.
That'd be
I
weird
like
to
that. I
see.
like it more than actually regular football.
They were trying to get some teams to relocate to London. But
That'd
it's
be
gonna
wild.
It's gonna be weird with all the travel.
Yeah.
That's what I was just
that'd be
thinking. I was like, yo,
terrible.
the flight over there. Like if you're playing for the London team, you're just like, oh.
They gonna have
gotta
like
fly in
10
and out.
home games in a row, and then 4 here.
Their
like,
games are just all home games.
right?
And they just played in Mexico like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
The Raiders and Patriots.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is was that an actual
Oh yeah,
game though?
Marshawn Lynch. He didn't stand for the. Yeah.
How are the Raiders looking? I know there was a lot of hype going into the season, but
Nah, they was good at first, and then
They
it
won
kind
last
of
season,
yeah.
that's why there was all the
Last
hype.
season, yeah,
They died out this year.
yeah.
was my son Derek Carr still playing?
Yeah.
He just been.
But he was injured like first couple weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks. Damn, and Marshawn's just not what he used to be. So like,
And they're going to Vegas next year, so. it's not really-
That's
are they the team relocating? So the Las Vegas Raiders? That's pretty.
Next year,
That's
next
awesome.
year.
Oh, because they just got the LA got the Rams, right? So they're taking one out. That makes sense. That makes
Yeah, they
sense.
got the Rams and the Chargers.
yeah.
Yeah, but California's always had like a stupid amount of teams though.
Is it the biggest? No, well,
They're
not
one-
the
they're one
biggest,
of the biggest markets.
Second biggest state, right? California.
I think Texas. Yeah, Texas
the biggest,
and
then
Cali.
Second, yeah, and Cali.
Yeah, Texas
So-
has a lot of teams in everything
Yeah,
though.
right.
New York does too, though. Yeah, there's 3 football teams in New York.
Mhm.
There's 2 of them in Jersey, but they call them New York. The only one that's like actual New York is probably Buffalo. But like, I don't know a single person who's a Buffalo Bills fan.
Me neither.
Bro, oh
Say-
my god,
Yeah. Same with
The
hockey.
old one.
You got your Rangers, you got the
Mhm.
Islanders, and then their Sabres.
it's a fact.
Keep forgetting about
It's a
them though,
fact.
all the way upstate.
People still consider the Devils New York team.
No,
Nah.
dude, it's Jersey. It says NJ.
It's New Jersey with people.
Yeah.
lot of them are from New York.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, that's why. Same thing with Brooklyn, but Brooklyn's actually New York because it's in the boroughs.
I don't know
so.
why they have the Islanders in Brooklyn. Nobody in Brooklyn is gonna go watch hockey.
How are you?
They're just-
Why are you? They called the Islanders in Brooklyn. Brooklyn's not an island.
Well,
I think it was better when you were in Long Island.
they're just like kind of renting where they are now because they're trying to move away or move back. There are talks of moving to Connecticut.
Didn't they
back.
play in Nassau or whatever?
Yeah, they're trying to move back to Nassau. They just had to redo the building because like apparently it was like leaking and stuff. It was just old building, so
Apparently it's leaking. Sheesh.
right. So it was just an old building, so
Okay.
it makes sense.
Okay, I can
Yeah.
see that. I like that. I can see it.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's another episode of We Got It Covered. Hopefully, Matthew. Oh, this is our last episode. Wow.
This is the final
this is
episode
our
of the
final
semester.
episode, but we do have a special surprise. We have 4. It's Radiothon today, so at 4:00 we'll be back here.
You get a We Gotta Cover double feature.
Part 2, part 2, part 2.
The sequel.
Any language you want to use. The sequel. The
Part
sequel.
two.
So we'll see you guys at 4:00.
Later.